Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all beings of light, all beings throughout the universe, all beings, shapes and sizes, physical, non-physical, ethereal, etheric, fire, air, earth, water, land, sea. This is your host, Christopher Malcolm Curtis Bond, on the Zing edition of Fire for Liberty on the 22nd of March 2018, on this evanescent, victorious broadcast. This broadcast is more specifically to do with the type of unique creative harmonies and consistencies that are available throughout the entire consciousness that exists, throughout vibratory frequencies and vibratory realms that exist throughout space-time, and that is also apparent on the physical, and the ascension of consciousness also happens to do with the more abilities to see more visuals, which is very positive. And of course the oneness is always positive, or the oneness is always there. And I say the oneness is always positive because in a way it is always positive. And that also in the same way, the expansion of creative ability and the expansion of the creative source, or creative sources itself is very beautiful and expansive, and once again have an essence part of creating and manifesting at an advanced rate. The cool thing is also important to remember, which is going to be pretty interesting, but bear with me when I explain and tell the truth about this fact about the light in general, is that it's very easy to follow the light. And here's what I mean by that, because when it comes to the attraction of like who, and I say like who you are, because it is in a way, it kind of is important to know who you are. But it's like, it's that innate attraction and acceptance of all beings and all things. And even more important, there's an attraction of that. So what also is there is the attraction of the very truth of the existence of that love, of that presence. And I want to be actually simple of just explaining as a love, as a presence of just that eternal peace and togetherness is the sort of understanding of the heaven essence that's already evident throughout consciousness alone and throughout space alone. And then of course there's actual science explaining and proving the types of higher types of quantum mechanics and engineering and mechanisms and movements of the types of energies and light energies, and the fact that electromagnetic energy has on thoughts. And the thing is that I'll help and explain in detail is the fact that your thoughts go out, they have electromagnetic energy, and they pull to you what you want. And that's just an electrical thing. That's what happens with electrons. And then when you add the feminine aspect to it, the soul aspect, magnetic, you bring that magnetic aspect. So it's always balancing one another. When you think of geometric shapes, you think of the hollow. And even cooler, another thing is to think of the geometries in light itself, in that consciousness shape itself. And most likely you will see geometry. And as a matter of fact, even better, you will be able to interact with normally and manifest normally the types of abilities that you can naturally tap into with, creative abilities and all the different types of abilities that come with that just is present and omnipresent in love. And I want to love more. I want to love you more. And I know the amazing relationship is so beautiful, and that is always present, and it's very key, very cherished, and very important. And that's an important balance. And an important light. The galactic love that's present throughout the entire, I say galactic love throughout the universe, it is a powerful love. I mean, we're going to be able to go to different parts of the galaxy, and we have lovers, watchers, guiders, activists, and beings who would love to, of course, take this step. No pun intended. So when it comes to the merriment and the joy that's experienced, and then it's coming more and more and more and more and more often, there's more of a because, for example, we've already had some light, a lot more lights and cosmic rays, and allows vision to be able to be clearly seen a lot more. And when creator's light is shined upon situations, it allows us to see through the eyes of like a creator being. Meaning, there's no awareness of the conscious, limitless conscious potential, and it's beautiful. Feel that in your heart, because I do. I love you all so much. This is your host, Christopher Mocker, responding to the edition of Fire This is Galactic Potential and Endless Love. I love you all. This is, I'm also being of light, being of love, guardian being a potential anchor of light. I'm a huge anchor, so just help use me to anchor light and a being of, and the awareness of the types of energies that flow, and believe it or not, in archangel fashion. With your host, Christopher Mocker, responding on the evening edition of Fire for Liberty. I love you all.